Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. It depends wherever around the world you are following us. And once again, I would like to wish you a happy new year, a prosperous year, and a lot of accomplishments. So today we are again live, streaming live, and today we are going to talk about another topic. Today is chapter 3, and we are going to cover the title Goodness Creates Space. Please like, share so that many can join us. This study is about a curriculum for building good character and lovely family. So I would like you to like our live and also share so that many people can join. Thank you for liking and thank you for joining. So now we proceed. Chapter 3, Goodness Creates Space. How can we create space? There are some principles of goodness. Live for the sake of others. Father Moon and Mother Moon have always emphasized on the goodness, and that can be only accomplished by living for the sake of others. So peace in the individual level, the dual purpose principle, the freedom to decide, conscience and responsibility. So we are going to talk about those topics also in detail. Let's talk now about the relationship between the mind and body. Human beings is composed of a mind and a body. And the mind is like subject partner, whereas the body is in the position of object partners. That means the invisible is the first, and then the visible, which is our body, is the second. So animals have instinct and they cannot make a decision, and also no moral responsibility, whereas human beings have a spirit and then they can reason and then they can also do decision making. A matter of priority. There is a priority, and the responsible man, the good man, can know what is the priority. So in the mind, priority is always number first, whereas according to the body, object partner, the priority is not number one. So for the mind, priority is always in the top, whereas for the body, which is the object partner, the priority is in second position. Let's move on. So feeding the mind. It is important wherever we send to our mind. When you want to be healthy, then you need to send a good vibe only to your mind so that you can have a healthy mind. But if you send a bad thing to your mind, you will not be healthy. Your mind will not be healthy. So it is very important to control whatever you feed your mind with and whatever you feed your body with. Let's continue. Now, he is like a nurse, a doctor, okay? And he represents or she represents human being. So when we see here, we all have a responsibility, right? We do have a responsibility. So, what is the right priority? The right priority comes from the mind. The right priority is a public purpose. Whatever you want to do, and then this is for public purpose, it is the right priority. But for the body, it is self-purpose. Self-purpose comes from body. So the body always think about self-purpose. So it's not the right priority. So as we mentioned earlier, wrong priority is always from self-purpose, from the body. So now, let's talk about peace in the family. How can peace reign in the family? Peace can reign in the family when there is sacrifice, when the individual always have in mind the public purpose spirit. When the individual have public purpose in the mind, we always make peace in family. Whereas when the individual always think about himself or itself all the time, it cannot have peace in the family. Let's continue. Priority problem. There is always a problem when it comes to priority. As we said before, priority always can be defined by selfishness. It is justified always by selfish. Selfish can justify any behavior. When you think only about yourself, about one's gain, one's interest, at first it leads always to a wrong priority. So we always need to think about public priority first if you want to be a good person, if you want to have a good character in the society. Always please like our live, share to your friend so that together we can learn and build a people of good character. So that is what we said before. Priority. A proper priority is always thinking about family first and then about the education. You need to think about the goodness, the welfare, the well-being of the family as individual. So you need to have a public minded, prioritizing the family well-being first, not my well-being, but the well-being of the family. Because definitely, when you think about the well-being of the family, it always come back to you. You are also part of the family. So whenever you prioritize the family, that means you prioritize yourself. So what do we do now if we want to change our priority? When we realize that our life is not ours alone, but it means to be for the sake of others, we begin to follow a path different from the one we were on. Father Moon says, when we realize that our life is not our own, that our life is for others, then we will realize from that day that we are beginning a new journey of life. In simple words, when we realize that we were born, we were created by God for the sake of others, when we realize that purpose, it can mean a lot to us. We can value our existence on this earth. So we need to change priority to create love. So it should start from individual and then family level. So we need to also change the priority so that we can create peace in society. Even though United Nations Sustainable Development Goal always talk about all those things. First, how to do good things, how to live for the sake of others, how to secure one another, how to be there for one another, a lot of things. So there are some key to the sustainability. So first of all, there is a culture of true love. We need to have the culture, we need to install the culture of true love. Where? In our home, in our family first. Okay? So we need to also have a culture of effective management. And where that can be taught, that can be taught as well as in family, but especially in the school, business school. We need to also, and the only thing to have this being done is only through love. True love is sustainable. The principle of true love: give first and then receive later. You cannot give. You might give and then you might not expect to get back. So that kind of thought is the principle of true love. And unprincipled love: take first and then back, give reluctantly, or even forget to give back. It is ultimately disappeared. Unprincipled love means what? You give and then you forgot that somebody gave you, that you have to give back. Always you want to receive first. Always you want to receive. So that kind of thought, that kind of attitude of character is in principle love, and that cannot lead to a lasting relationship. That cannot help us to build a healthy and a sustainable society. Nature of true love. It is the nature of true love to want to give back even more than you receive. The true love, the nature of true love is always want to give, forget that it has given. So, this mistaken relationship of true love, of wanting to give, sustainable. In conclusion, in order to have sustainable development, we need effective leaders and managers and a culture of true love. Okay? For a sustainable development, we need effective managers and a culture of true love. When we have effective leaders who knows how to manage, how to lead, how to grow people together, how to work in team, and then how to manage, and then who has a very good heart, and then we can build a sustainable development society, community, nation. And all of this should start from a family. Please like our TikTok and share. So, principle of sustainability is living for others, is living for the others. So, living for the other means want to give and forget. Where I have give enough does not exist. You always give and continue to give. But selfishness is not a sustainable. Selfishness don't want to give, does not want to give, only receive. He always think live for my sake. Take first and even avoid paying back. So, parenting your company to profit. Establish boundary, culture with praise, allow for growth, push for success. So when you are a good person of a good character, you need to parenting your company to profit. So peace in the world. What level? A family, as we said before, an individual should sacrifice for the family, have a public mind, and then the family should sacrifice for the community, which is the society. The society should sacrifice itself for the nations, like whatever the neighborhood country is having an issue, a problem, intense problem. the surrounding countries can come together and find solution and come for help to them. So that should be how we should build a very sustainable relationship to build a healthy community. So because we don't have the mind of public mind, we always fight. We always think about ourselves, the private, myself, my benefit, my gain. So while thinking about that, we start fighting, and then it leads to war. We can see most of the country who are fighting today, who are in the war, is because there is selfishness. They are thinking about themselves first. So we are almost done with today's presentation, and then I would like to so the consequence, for example, for corruption, public money misuse, kill the spirit to give, to live for the others, which is very dangerous, cannot help society to develop. Selfishness is very disastrous. In result, desire to benefit yourself always lead to evil, whereas desire to profit the group of the society lead to good. So furthermore, said here, the desire to benefit yourself the most is natural. So the desire to benefit yourself the most is natural, but if it motivates you to take, it is selfish and wrong. So you must understand that to benefit yourself the most, you must give your whole self to others. So then, this desire to benefit yourself is good. This simple truth will bring a new world others. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate for joining us today, and I would like to invite all of you to go through our YouTube page and then to take a look about what we just studied today, so that you can learn more about our topic of today, which is goodness creates peace. It is very, very important because we are living in a world which is very different from the ideal world that God wanted. We know that today there are a lot of things going on around the world. Family are fighting, siblings are fighting, countries are fighting, and the rich people are becoming more richer, whereas the poor people are becoming more and more poorer. So there should be a balance. So how do we do that? Only through education of character. So today's chapter was goodness creates peace. So I really want to invite you all to go through our YouTube channel and then visualize the teaching of today. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you tomorrow. Bye.